Okay, so the next step is to put in the whole lock pin. Again, we already showed you how to put the cyclone air fitting plug. Okay, now this pin right here is a little bit tighter than it is on the Phenom, so you do have to use a little bit of elbow grease. Just align it. Basically, you have to push the inside as you're doing this, and then just basically push it in place till you get it pretty much flush with the body. Again, this is a little tight, so don't be alarmed when you're putting it on. Okay, so we basically have the full core with everything that it has. We have the front hinge point for the magwell. So this is pretty much ready. What we gotta do now is start assembling. Basically, you got your grip. Again, this is a mechanical version, so okay. So just make sure everything is nice and tight, so you can place your pins and align it. Okay, so again, very standard pins. Okay, so go ahead and place those in place. They snap right in. Okay, well, we don't want to do that one yet, so we do want to put the back plug. Again, this would be the opportunity to put in a aftermarket buttstock, an air-through buttstock. There is quite a few options for the Phenom and the X7 out these days. So, but right now we're just going to assemble it pretty much like if it was just coming out of the box, your Tippmann marker. Okay, so we're able to put on the rear pins. Yeah. Of course, everything that's new is nice and tight. So, okay, I'll start with the top one first because that one just didn't want to go. Okay, make sure everything's aligned. Okay. Alright. So of course that's a little tight. Like I said, everything that's it's going to be a little tight on there. So. Okay. So again, here we go. This is your Phenom so far. Again, we said we're going to assemble this as a magazine kit. So before we do that, let's go ahead and put on your barrel. Okay. Now you do have an O-ring on there, so what I recommend, without the O-ring, it's very easy to pop on and off. I'll show you, but we'll do it the correct way, which is with the O-ring. Okay, so twist this into place, and you have no movement. So even without the O-ring, this is the fitting is just perfect on this. Okay, but we are gonna follow your manufacturer's instructions, which is it was designed with an O-ring, so let's go ahead and keep it there. Okay, so because the O-ring makes it really tight to get in there, part of our evaluations we found out the barrel was a little bit wobbly, so we made sure that it was a very good fit on there, so makes it a little bit harder when you have the O-ring in place. So what we do is loosen up the two front screws enough to assemble it in there. Okay. Now, funny thing is, coming out, so it's going to be a lot easier than coming in. So if you need to take out your barrel, even if the two screws are tightened out, you can just pull it out. I mean, at that point, it's not a problem. Okay, so as you can see, there we go. A little bit of loosening it up, and it's fine. Once again, so we grab your tool here and tighten it all up again. Okay, so there we go. Again, no movement whatsoever, so that thing's perfectly tight on there. Okay, so here's a magwell. Basically all you have to do is just slip it on in this. So again, we're here. Basically the way that this works is it hinges like that, so we'll go ahead and place that on there. Grab your supplied long pin. Actually, before we do that, we want to attach the feed cover on. This has two teeth that basically get held in place by the magwell. So you want to make sure you have that assembled. That way, nothing will come out. So there you go. Okay. Last step here is just go ahead and place your pin inside. We did discuss this here a little bit earlier regarding your handguard. Okay. What you will get basically from yours is this short rail of basically a short section of Picatinny rail that goes basically in this section here. That's basically what it does. It covers up this gap here. Again, if you want to use your supplied one, what you'll have to do is basically cut it off here. We've done it here already for you, just to show you. You would have to cut it off. It's very easy to. I mean, anything from a little hacksaw, pliers, even a good knife will do it. So here we go. And you're able to slip that in place. And of course, you do get a magazine with this, so it'll be supplied in the box that it comes with as well. There you go. So you have your 20-round magazine. Okay, and I mean, so that pretty much covers it right there. So there we go. You would reattach your rear sight here. Do not have it here with me, so we're just gonna omit that for today. Again, so that pretty much is your kit right there. Again, there is options to have different handguards, different buttstocks. Any of the previous 18-round magazines will work. This is a 20-round magazine, so you have all these options available for you. Okay, so now we're going to go into the Cyclone portion of this kit. So it's a little different, but I mean, it's pretty simple how it works in the case. Welcome back to Rap4 TV. Today we're covering the second part of the installation video for the Takamo MKP, which is a magazine kit for the Tippmann Phenom. Okay, we already covered the magazine installation, so right now we're going to take it from the magazine configuration back to Cyclone Fed. So first thing you want to do is remove the pins, front pin, rear pin. Please also refer to your manufacturer manual so you can safe handling practices and so forth to take this off, of course, but you're going to want to remove, very important, you want to remove this, okay? Just to make it easier, I'm going to remove the back cap as well. Okay, you will want to remove the pin that holds the valve in place, the whole core assembly. The reason we're doing this is because we're removing this plug, which is a Cyclone air plug. This is included by Takamo in the kit. You want to remove this so you can later place the Cyclone assembly into it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back into the box. Okay, that's the first thing that we can do. First thing we can do there. Okay, next thing, remove the magazine well. Okay, you do have this long pin that's included for the magazine well, and you only want to use it for the magazine well because it's a little bit longer and it'll interfere with the Cyclone system. So again, put that back in the box just to clear things out of the way. Another thing to consider when you're changing to Cyclone is this front lug screw system that's made for easy cleaning for the magazine fed system. You want to remove this because this interferes, especially the drive side, it interferes with the Cyclone. So what we'll end up doing is taking this out. Just take me a second here. And we do supply you the correct nut on the opposite side, so you change this part here. Okay, all of these parts are all labeled and numbered in the diagram that comes with the kit. Now you have two options in this. On the non-drive side, you can use the screw that's applied by us, which is what we're going to end up doing for this scenario. Or you can use a standard screw from your Phenom. Okay, so this is the Cyclone adapter. It also is the UMP mag style mag well. Okay, the mag latch that this is using, this comes from the donor body, which is the Phenom in this case. You will want to remove this assembly and put it in here. It's very simple. It's just a twist lock mechanism. Okay, so now that we've covered that. Alright, so again, we remove the screws here because this is very important, so you can place that in there. Just fits in place. At that point, we'll put the nut on the drive side. Okay, just hold it in place so it doesn't come out. And at that point, just attach the screw right over here. Tighten it. Just a good little hand tightness is enough. You don't need to over torque it or anything. It's not necessary. Okay. The reason we took this out earlier, again, is you're going to want to align the Cyclone, this banjo system from the Cyclone has to be aligned here before you reattach the rest of it. It makes it a lot simpler. Okay. Before we do that, we're actually going to attach the Cyclone system first, just to keep it keep it in place and to show for the video. Again, I'm going to use a standard pin to hold this mag wall in place. Okay, that way it's nice and solid on there. Give it just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so it's nice and snug. Okay, at that point, very important, you're going to want to have the meat hook in place, because that's your ball guide. It's the Cyclone ball guide, unofficially known as meat hook. So here we go, we place that in here. Everything is aligned. You can see there's a kind of a pinhole location, and there's a pin on the body. So you just want to make sure that aligns together so you can get the right fit. There it is, it's in place now. Okay. After that, it's just quite simple. Just go ahead and attach the Cyclone unit. Make sure it's basically flush with the body here. Okay, so let me double check myself. Okay, there we go. You want to use the same screw that comes from your Cyclone assembly that you have on the Phenom. Here it's already in place, but you just take it out and attach it right here. Okay. Again, same thing. You don't have to over torque it. Just make sure that it's not loose. Okay. So that's pretty much how to assemble the Cyclone onto it, as well as a mag well. Okay. So we have what looks pretty much like a standard Phenom so far. Okay. At this point, what we want to do is reattach this banjo Cyclone air fitting. So just align the two, just like you would on your Phenom. See if I can have it show better in the video here, but if not, which is why it's good to refer to your manufacturer manual for this. Okay, so we have it in place there. Now this thing can move back and forth. I don't know if you can see that on the camera there, but there we go. Okay. Obviously, the next thing, just like you would do on the Phenom itself, is you will take the core locking pin, I guess we could call it. Okay, it's this plastic pin that has two O-rings on it. Okay, you put it in the same location. That will basically hold the core inside, and that's just what it does. Okay, so at this point, we're able to reattach either your mechanical trigger, in this case this is your mechanical trigger, or an E-grip, or for that matter, an air-through buttstock. This is just a standard ASA running at the bottom, and a mechanical grip. Okay. So everything in line correctly. You just, there we go. Snaps into place. We're going to replace the back cap here. This would be the time to put an aftermarket buttstock, or even the new Tippmann Assault buttstock that has kind of a scar look. Okay. Place the pin in here. Okay, it's a new kit, so everything's a little tight. Okay, so that's your Cyclone attached. We're going to go ahead and reinstall the provided handguard. Now this one has not been cut, as we explained in the video yesterday. If you're going to use it for magazine, the magazine conversion kit or the magazine configuration, you need to cut this bottom part off, or purchase an aftermarket handguard for the Phenom or for the Takamo kits. Alright, just replace all the pins. Again, all of these are steps that you would be taking normally on the Phenom as well. So if you've taken it apart to clean it and so forth, this will be very familiar to you. Alright, so there you go. This is the Takamo MKP kit, which is a kit for the Tippmann Phenom with the Cyclone attachment. And as you can see, it's pretty much identical in many ways. Of course, this has a few upgrades as well. So, thank you very much.